Welcome to a tech check of the 2018 Jaguar XF Sportbrake, and I'm behind the wheel, so let's start off with some driver's aids. What do you say? Now, what I really dig on this is that my blind spot monitoring and my lane keeping assist are both programmable so that I can have just a warning or I can have some assist. Now, when the assist comes in, it's a steering torque that guides me back into the lane, and I have to tell you, it's pretty strong. I mean, they really want to bring you into the next lane. The lane keeping assist, its warning is a steering wheel vibration, which my passenger has told me that they can feel from the right seat, so I guess that's kind of a good thing. Adaptive cruise control can't be set at speeds less than 10 miles an hour, so if you find yourself in stop and go traffic really quickly, it might be a little hard to set it, but it does bring you to a complete stop and you can start it up again no problem once it has been programmed. Now, adaptive cruise control isn't really any kind of new technology, but Jaguar takes it a step further with traffic sign recognition. So if you've got your adaptive cruise set at, say, 65, and then you go into a 60-mile-an-hour zone, the car will slow down on its own regardless of what the car ahead of you is doing. So it's kind of a cool little way to make sure that you don't get any speeding tickets. The one problem that I have with the driver's aids is the forward collision warning. It is calibrated to be so very cautious, and you can't customize it to have maybe an early warning or a late warning. So it's been beeping all of the time, and after about an hour, I just turned the whole thing off. But what about the infotainment system? Well, that is a whole other Oprah, so let me pull over and let's talk about it. Inside the Sportbrake, I've got the Touch Pro Infotainment System running on a 10-inch screen. It's a $3,200 premium over the regular. You can access all your apps by scrolling through on the screen, or there's a series of buttons on the bottom, or there's a customizable home screen. All I need to do is just kind of tap and then hold. So look, I've got all of these tiles and I can sub in for my favorite applications. So navigation does have point of interest search, which is pretty cool. So I'm just gonna go in here and go search. I'm gonna type in ice cream, because I do love ice cream, but I don't know the name of what kind of ice cream is nearby. And oh, check it out, there's a Lord's. That's awesome. So I'm gonna go click on that, click start. And then of course it gives me directions right here on the center console, but it also gives me directions right here in my gauge cluster. Now, it's not quite as cool as Audi's virtual cockpit, but I really like having the map right there front and center. Now, there's a few apps that do depend on having internet connectivity, and I'm kind of out in the middle of nowhere, so I don't have that, but in control apps, web browser, and then also live. It's kind of cool. You can get your news, you can get a flight tracker, but can't really show it to you because don't have any internet. But moving on, I've got a cool eco data system, which gives me my driving style score. So according to this, I have a 5 when it comes to my accelerator application. Most economical, go me. And then of course, if you want to customize your ride, you can go into the dynamic eye. And here I can go ahead and say, well, if I'm in dynamic mode, but maybe I want my engine to be in comfort and my suspension to be in comfort, I can set that all up right here from the screen. So on the whole, the Touch Pro is a lot better than it has been in the past. Sometimes the inputs are a little slow, and I had a hard time with the voice navigation. It didn't recognize what I was trying to tell it. Plus, there's no Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, but it is a lot better than it used to be, and it's better than some that are on the market currently, like Infinity's InTouch system. Hey, did you enjoy a look into the technology of this Jaguar XF Sportbrake? We have so many more awesome tech videos for you, so subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can see me and maybe Brian Cooley.